I can talk and tell you this today because I'm healed and I'm whole.
Yeah.
So I can lay it out and be honest and open and transparent with you that I was so mad, I was so bitter, I was fighting and kicking and cussing and screaming and knew who Jesus was, but my emotions, and I'm not
Yeah.
going to say the way I handled things were always right, but we are emotional beings and we are emotional creatures. And I had a couple of ladies that saw me spiraling out of control, and they would speak life. Because
Amen.
my thing was,
That's
why
important.
wasn't I good enough? Why did he have to do this? And I had one to say, you are good. She spoke life back into, be careful who
Yeah.
you let speak into
Yes,
your
to your
life.
life.
And you have to have those people like that in your life.
You have to. You have to. But you
Not
have
people
to
that's going to
know
be
that person's
there.
heart
Right.
towards you, because people say, girl, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And then as soon as you're out of their midst, I'm so glad they divorced because I couldn't stand her. She thought you have to understand your team and your tribe. You have to know people's
Yes.
hearts towards you. So you
Hmm.
cannot let everybody know, first of all,
That's
all
right.
your business.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
And then you can't let everybody speak into your life.
That's it. That's it.
So you have to understand and ask the Lord for discernment through all things, but especially when you're hurting, because some people take for you to be hurting. I found that was some people's entertainment.
Yes.
Mm.
That.
They were just
That.
entertained that, oh, I'm hurting, I'm crying again, but God.
But God. But God. I
He's
want to read right here. I want to let you know Kathy Mackey is preaching right along with you,
she
sis.
sure is. Ha ha, she is.
She one of the things she said is one of the earlier statements she made that I wanted to piggyback off of when we were talking about the empty nester. She shared how she experienced it as well, but she also gave an earlier statement in saying that extended family. She has like most of you women here, you all have grandchildren. You have you have son-in-laws, son-in-laws, and daughter-in-laws. I don't like to say law, but
Yeah.
son-in-laws and daughter-in-laws. So you have that extended family that has made empty nesting a beautiful thing. It took a moment to deal with, but she also shared that extended family has been a joy. So
Yeah.
for some people, they have that extended family. For myself, on the other end, I am going to utilize the gifting of AI, and I'm going to make some grandparent videos because apparently my children are going to wait till I'm like 99 years old. So I'm going to make some futuristic AI grandparenting videos because I'm going to be 99 and I'm not going to be able to do all this. I'm not going to be able to do all those great things. So,
You
yes,
can
I
share
want
Oh,
to.
mine. You can share mine. I have 6. You can share
and I
mine.
have some too. I got one that'll be here, so you can share mine too,
I
Angela.
have
So
6.
that
You can
goes
share
back to Mac.
mine.
I have
That,
five. I'm about to
okay,
have
well that
five.
goes back to Mackie's statement, the extended family. I'm gonna have to take some of y'all grandkids because mine they moving like turtles. I'm like, I'm gonna need to be introduced to some serious people right now. I'm not being introduced to anybody. I'm like, we're not even made it to the first step. Like, I need some introduction. Hey, mom, this is so and so because they already know my rule. Don't introduce me to people until it's a
Angela
person.
Hendricks, we're gonna have to do prayer. We're gonna have to go into deep prayer for our sister
So I
here.
need.
Because I hear a little bitterness and pettiness here.
A
It is.
little. A little.
It is. They they know me, but this was just so important to me, this topic, because I know I just remembered when I moved here in 2019. All I heard God, the three things I heard God say to me was, he was one, he was resetting, restoring, and redeeming my life, and that has been a process. Because when I first heard that, I was like, rah rah rah, like I'm about to be redeemed, I'm about to be restored, I'm about to, like, my life is about to be reset. Like everything that I lost, I'm about to recover all. So here I am, I'm in the house preaching, but I'm like excited about what God said, I still stand on what he said, but little did I know, it's gonna be a process. My story is still being redeemed. The reset button is still being pressed.
Yep.
The restoration, it's coming, and I shall recover all. But it was a process because he had to shake a lot of stuff out of me. And just like you, one of the other things that you mentioned, you and Angela mentioned, when we talk about the marriage side, when we talk about life after divorce, that I spent most of my time, and Angela can attest to this. I spent most of my time condemning myself. Like, it wasn't so much as why is the marriage over? Did I want it back? No, I took off running. But once I got to this place where I was like, okay, life is about to start over, and I was well, no, it was some stuff. Then I was left alone with me, and all I can do is it took a year and a half, like you said. Now I'm about 3 years in, where now I'm at a place of peace.
Yeah,
I'm at a place of no longer condemning myself, because all I can think about is what was so broken in me that made me make this decision. What was so broken in me that caused that person or that personality in the church world, we say spirit. What caused that spirit to be attached to me, and what caused me to accept that spirit? Right. And I couldn't get past that for a long time, because I don't want to make the same mistake. I don't want it to come dressed up in a different face, but I end up in the same situation. And even now, to be honest with you, I don't know if I trust myself. I have just went out. I haven't even gone out on a date because every time I think about going on a date, then all of a sudden I see some on Lifetime that somebody's crazy and they end up meeting a crazy person, so I don't go out.
Not Lifetime.
So, and I don't even watch it that much.
A mess. A mess.
Or it end up on YouTube or somewhere where I see it in the news, and I don't go out on a date.
You stay off of TV and social media.
I keep telling her. That.
So I see something on one of them doggone things, and somebody went out on a date, and next thing you know, their life was topsy-turvy, so I get scared. But the other thing is, I just think my picker is broken, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to do my thing is I'm gonna create a tribe. I'm gonna create a tribe of people, like a board, and this board is gonna consist of Angela's dating board. So that means you all gonna have to make a decision if he is the right person. Because obviously my picker is broken, and I'm afraid to trust it. So that's just I just had to throw that in there. But
Angela Hendricks, did she say Angela's dating board?
I be working on her. I be trying so hard, y'all. Y'all don't even know. I be trying. I do.
Yeah, Angela's dating board. Business boards. They have business boards, nonprofit boards, and so now I am creating.
I go through this all the time with her. I try hard. I really do. I try hard. But evidently, as you see, it's not working. I do try.
Let me tell you something, Angela Wheatley, that you have. Let me tell you something, Angela Wheatley, that you have that no board has for you. The spirit of discernment.
I don't know. I mean, I know I got it.
You got it. You got it. Let me tell you, because I've had to use mine, and we've talked about this before. You know when it's not right. We've grown, and so your picker is not off, Angela.
I know the good ones, but how did I end up in I don't know. How did I end up in a whole marriage? I don't know.
Well, I did too, but I'm not gonna say my picker. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. My picker is not broken, and I rebuke that for you.
I receive it. But I'm gonna still have a secret board.
Oh Lord, she's still Angela Hendricks.
I'm not. Okay.
Angela Hendricks, baby.
I know. I don't know. I'm working on her. I work on her all the time.
Okay, y'all, I'm working on my life after this. I'm in the process. I'm working on my life after this. But we got to be able to laugh at ourselves, and that's why I love y'all so much, because y'all know me. Know me. I sit in this little room in this house. I be thinking of some stuff, and so now
does.
But I just want people to be able to enjoy their life after this, whether it is starting that new career, or because like you mentioned before, some people are experiencing the some people are experiencing job change, and it's not one that they chose. Like I know some people, they've experienced a job change because they have decided to go into to start a business, but they made that choice. And then there are some where their jobs are just switching up, and they no longer have the soft skills or the skill set to keep up with this new industry or career, and so they're kind of like just forced out, and they're left with this sudden life interruption. And even in that, this show today, as we get ready to wrap up, is about you knowing that there is life after this. That even though it is rough, even though it's hard initially, it hits you. It's like a gut punch initially. It is a gut punch, but having the right people around you, like Sanjanita said, having the right people around you, you don't need everybody in your amen corner. Just
That's
like
right.
now, me saying what I said, Angela and Sanjanita did not let me. They was not amening with me. They was like, no, your picker ain't broken. See, I need people who gonna be like, Angela, I don't care what you're saying. you gonna get this together. But that's seriously though. But then we need people, because if everybody in your corner is saying yes to you, then those are not the right people right now to help you get out of or to come from wherever you might be stuck at.
Right.
You're
Right.
gonna need some people that's ready to bring you where they are. You're gonna need some, because if all of us is on that same linear plane, then nobody is carrying anyone up. Either you got to carry me up or carry me down. And so we got to make sure that the person that when you're, whether it's about a job, empty nesting, divorce, whatever that thing where you feel like you're stuck, you got to make sure you have the right people. You got to
Right.
have the right tribe.
That's
so
right.
that they can be able to bring you up and be able to bring you out of that situation. Because God didn't just deliver us, but he delivered us out of something into something. So that's where we have to have that mindset, that we have to be able to get out of, not just get out of, but somebody's bringing us into, walking us through that process. And so that person also have to be mature enough to understand you're in a process, and your process may not be my process.
That's
How
right.
I got through may not be how you got through. Just like I experienced the same thing at the same time someone else was experiencing, and it was hard for them to be okay with the fact that they were being divorced. Well, I understood our marriage dynamics was different. The things that they went through. Now, for me, I was like, all I was thinking about was the future. It was hard for this person who was going through at the same time with me to even think about the future. All she could think about was the past. Like, but I had to be able to be okay with that and be there for her and not say, girl, you gotta get over that. It's the future. We gotta look ahead. We gotta blah blah blah. No, even if you have experienced it, sometimes your experience is not, I can't say, girl, I know exactly how you feel. No, because the dynamics may be different and how I see things may be different.
That's
So
right.
that's why we have to be ready to have an active listening ear, an empathetic ear, even if you've gone through it. Your story is not my story. Your ending may not be my ending.
That's
Your
right.
middle may not be my middle. So can I listen to you? Can I be there for you? Even though, and I'll let people, when I share, this is my story. You'll hear me say, for me,
Right.
for me, it is my story. If you can glean something from that, amen. But I'm not sharing to say this is going to be your outcome.
That's right.
And so that's how important, why it's so important to have life after this. That's why we have these topics. That's why God, and to be open, like Sanjanita said, to be hot, honest, open, and transparent. Like the things that I share, I'm so far removed from it that there's nothing that, because some people like, and I've had this question before, of me being open and transparent. Trust me, if these are the things that you think you can use against me, girl, if I told you. So
Yeah.
you ain't tipped the iceberg. But the
Right.
things that God has delivered me from is to go back and to help somebody else.
Right.
And these are things that I thank God for the people that he's placed around me, that we're not holding issues to the vest, but we are ready to let others know, hey, God brought me through this. How can I help? And if my story can help, then here it is.
Yes.
And so before I close out, Sanjanita, please share an encouraging word with the audience, as well as how can they reach out to you, because she has a specialty. And I'll let people know, if you reach out to me and it's not my forte, then I'm going to connect you with like-minded people who have a heart to take care of people, and Sanjanita is one of those people. And so let them know what your area is, of what your coaching is, and how they can reach you, as well as an encouraging word. And same with you, Angela, after Sanjanita.
Okay. I want to say this. I was writing notes because there were some things in my closing I wanted to say. Ladies, we're going to learn how to unpack. You've heard me talk about during this whole hour unpacking. We're going to learn. We have to learn how to unpack our emotional baggage. And that's through the emotional baggage of divorce, the emotional baggage of the empty nester, the emotional baggage of the life interruptions, the emotional baggage of career changes, and that's even the emotional baggage of death, a physical death of a loved one or someone. We just have this baggage. And I'm not saying, just like I was saying, when you come from a trip, you unpack and you put everything in its perspective and rightful place. We have to understand how we have to unpack our emotional baggage and put all of it in its perspective and rightful place. And that's not an easy thing to do, but it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about healing is easy. Sometimes people make it seem like, healing is a process
Yeah.
and nothing is easy. But once you heal, it's a beautiful thing. And then you can start moving forward. Because if you are bound by hurt and bitterness and madness and sorrow and grief and all of that, it's hard to be a positive impact.
Yeah.
And when I say that, you may have children that as you're going through stuff and you are grieving and hurting bitter, I don't care how young your children are, how old they are, they see it. They know something's different about mama.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you may take that emotional baggage out on them. So if we learn how to unpack and deal with our emotional baggage, we will not only be better for ourselves, but for better for everybody around us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to say in my closing. Our dual support, you can reach me at 504-517-5492. And my email, we're getting a new website, but our website right now, it's a long website name, and I will put it in the chat for ladies, because it's got a lot of letters, so the ladies to see. And I just want to say thank you again, Angela, for letting me, inviting me to come and speak and share my experiences and the different things that God has brought me through.
Absolutely. Truly my pleasure. Angela and I always love when you show up. Angela, if you will, definitely let people know how they can reach out to you if they needed to talk with you as well, and an encouraging word.
Well, this has been definitely a pleasure today. The panel, the topic, Sanjanita, it was it's always wonderful to chat with you. The topic today, definitely hit home because I definitely have been a divorcee. I've been an empty nester. I've had life interruptions. So everything we discussed today, as you said, Sandra, I was like, oh, hey, I got all those. Check. So my encouragement to the ladies, those who are now and those who will hear later, is that, there is life after this. When I got divorced, I swore that I would never get married again. And I was just lifing and doing life on my own. And then all of a sudden God interrupted my life and said, hey, here's someone. I said, for what? I wasn't even looking to get married. I wasn't even looking to date. I was doing life, and I was doing life just fine. I want to tell you. And then there popped someone in my life. What? What? Okay. So there is life after divorce. And sometimes you're not even looking for it. I promise you I wasn't looking for it. And I can tell you, I wasn't looking for nobody. I was just
Mm-mm.
fine by myself. Absolutely fine. But sometimes God just has something else for you. So yeah, so there is life after this. Whatever your this is, be it marriage, be it empty nesting, being whatever it is, there is life after this. And and as I said earlier, don't let anyone tell you how long your process is gonna take, because processes take however long processes take. Now, one thing that Sanjay said earlier, that if you find yourself in a place where you are your mood has been impacted, and that you are, I mean, sometimes you do have that fit. Now you may find yourself having to have a good old cry, but if you find
Mhm.
yourself crying every day for days on end, get staying in the bed for days on end, appetite being affected, you're not eating, you know, definitely if you start having some unhealthy thoughts about harming yourself, things like that, you seek help. You need to go talk to somebody. You need to go to the emergency room. You need to call the suicide hotline.
Yeah.
Dial 988 on your cell phone, and someone will pick up the phone and they will talk to you.
Yeah.
So if you start having unhealthy thoughts, then please do that. I will never, ever, ever leave one of these panels without giving out some information. Um, so if you don't, or the other number is 1-800-272-suicide. Please, if you start having unhealthy thoughts, as but if you just, even if before you get to that point, you could always look seek out a therapist. If you are spiritual, Christian, whatever you want to call it, it's still okay to have a therapist as well.
Right.
Therapist, but I love God, but I'm a therapist. So
Right.
God put me in this earth for a reason. So
Yeah.
that's my point for the day. I believe I believe that's important. So you know it's good to know that that you can get through this, whatever this is. There's life after this, whatever your this is. We all have a this. So I encourage you, you can get through this.
Amen. Amen. Well, that is.
Um,
Go
can I
ahead.
say one more thing? I'm sorry, I had problems putting out information in the chat.
Okay.
So if I can say it, even though it's a lot of letters, I will give them our website if that's okay. You can go to
Yeah.
LAPARALEGALS.com / dual hyphen support SUPPORT. So that's LAPARALEGALS.com DUAL hyphen SUPPORT. And our email address is DUALCORP 2020 at gmail.com. That's dualcorp2020 at gmail.com. And again, our phone number is 504-517-5492.
All right, and I will get that from you because once I purpose the video, I'll make sure I add the links to that as
Okay,
well. So just send that over to me, and
will
I'll
do.
make sure that way they can, be able to tap the link.
Okay.
But I also want to just share a couple things before we close out. Again, Kathy Mackey, she said also, ladies, great topic. Again, life after this. She also shared another resource. Better Help Therapist is another resource because it's so important that we all understand that we don't have to suffer alone. If
That's
you
right.
if you guys decide to reach out to um, Coffee and Conversation, then we are here. You can you'll be able to DM me, reach out to me. We'll do a discovery call. And if we are not a good fit, or not so much as a good fit, but if we don't have the resources to be able to help you, or this is not our field in which we help, then I do collaborate with other coaches, and we also have licensed therapists. And I'm looking to connect with a few more licensed therapists. Angela is a licensed therapist. I'm looking to collaborate with other licensed therapists as well. And then we have these other resources, just like BetterHelp. She gave you the hotline, the suicide hotline. Don't suffer in silence alone. Don't allow, you don't have to suffer in silence alone. Make the choice, reach out. Whatever your this is, there is help. And we've all shared some of our this that we went through. And you see us here on this panel, we're able to laugh through some of those things and laugh about those things. At that time, we were not ready to laugh. We were not ready to joke about this was serious. And you may be in that stage right now where this feels like you cannot breathe. I don't know about you, but I know I've been that Tony Braxton stage when I'm saying I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm ready to play the song on replay in my Tony Braxton's voice, you know. So you don't have to be where you feel like this. I can't live, because God has life after this. And so as we get ready to close up, again, feel free. That suicide hotline, I'll make sure I put it back in the video when it's reposted. I'll make sure I add that. And Sanjanita's contact. If you want to reach out to her, she has some great resources for those who are going through divorce. We don't coach you through divorce. We don't encourage divorce. But if this is where you are, then she do have resources to help you. That some things that you're going to be experiencing. So we're not this group. We are not that group that's anti-men. We love men. We love men. I just need one. I don't need a whole. I just need to find. I just need that one. But we love men and we honor marriage. So we're not that group. So, but if you're already in that stage and need some resources, then I could definitely connect you with Sanjanita regarding that. But as we get ready to close out, I just want to say we thank you so much for tuning in today to Coffee and Conversation. We are who? Your hope dealer and your purpose pusher. And and I want to say, let not your hope be deferred. We want your purpose to be discovered and fulfilled when you connect with us. So until next time, we out.
It's healing season.
Healing season.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Love y'all.
Bye. Thank you.